What's going on, Just Hoop Talk Network? This is Justin Henry, Will Thompson, and today we got Marcus Graves, Salt Lake Stars point guard, joining us live from the bubble. Marcus, what's going on, my man?
What's good? What's good?
Man, ready to hear a little bit about your experience there in the bubble. Obviously, GLeague bubble is going on right now. Games are being played, and we're going to talk a little bit about what the experience is like, playing against some of the top talent that's in the GLeague there, and also get Marcus's take on the experience. Stay tuned.
Want to talk that talk?
Hey, yeah.
You are now tuned in to the next best thing. Justin Henry, Will Thompson.
Yeah,
Let's
y'all
go.
can talk that talk, but this is just hoop talk. Updates on the news, analysis who's who gon' win, who gon' lose. Is it true? Is it true? This is just hoop talk. This is just hoop talk.
Marcus, my man, living it live in the bubble, man. How you doing out there?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good, having a good time, enjoying myself. So it's been fun.
Yes, sir. We've been catching you on the TV, man. It's been good to see you guys on ESPN doing your thing out there. But talk to us a little bit about bubble life, man, because I know from the outside looking in, all we get to see is the games. What's it been like for your experience?
Yeah, definitely. On the outside looking in, it looks a lot sweeter than on the inside. Not that I didn't enjoy it. It's been a good time. Obviously, you get to play basketball and all that. But definitely, miss the family. Miss the loved ones, and just having that freedom to kind of do your own thing. So it's been a little challenge. Definitely some pros and cons, but definitely thankful to be here and be able to play.
Yeah, you guys have been out there now. I think the league was set up for 5 to 6 weeks, just depending on when you got there. Yeah. And down in Disney World, man, have you had a chance to experience the Disney side of it, or are you guys contained? Like, talk to us a little bit about just the setup of the bubble down there.
Yeah, so I think Disney World's open, so we kind of are not like close. We're like on Disney's campus, but Disney World's so big that it's like you could be miles away and still not be close to Disney World.
Oh, wow.
So we have like a little section that's like blocked off. We have like our own hotel that's just the G League only. And there's like the convention center that has like all of our meeting rooms and practice gyms and all that. So we're blocked off from the public and all that. We got to get tested and stuff every day to make sure we're all staying safe. So yeah, we're kind of not living the Disney experience, but like we're close. So
yeah. Did you guys have access to like the golf course and the fishing and all that stuff that all the NBA players had?
Yeah, so we have fishing, and then they have like games set up and stuff, but we don't have the golf course access. Yeah, it's a shame. I got to get back on my golf game when I get back home. So, but no, it's been good. They're definitely taking care of us, definitely giving us things to do. So yeah, I mean, I don't have any complaints about that.
Get to go fishing, get to enjoy the land. So I know one thing that we saw even with the NBA bubble is the food, man. The players are talking about the food. Have you had the meal from hell yet, or is everything 5-star out there?
The meals have been cool. The only meal I can complain about is when they serve duck one night. Like, I'm just not messing with duck. I'm not trying it. I'm not messing with it. So that was definitely a DoorDash night. But I've been trying to save the money, trying to the meals are good. It's not, I can't complain about it. So
yeah. And so obviously when you're out in your hometown, you are able to work out, do your normal routine, sleep in your own bed. And so things are a little bit different out there. And we saw with some of the teams, obviously when the NBA had its bubble, you saw some of that resilience, some of that grit you had to have in order to play at a high level. How's it been out there with the practice schedule? You guys are playing sometimes 4 or 5 games in a week. What's it been like for you as far as going through your normal routine, having to kind of switch things up as opposed to being here at home?
No, it's completely different. I don't think you can really even, compare it to a normal home routine. Like sometimes it feels like AAU, we play at 7:30 one night and then the next day we're playing at 3. So like, it's quick turnarounds. Not really a lot of practice time. Just because we got to save the legs. get off our feet and all that. So it's quick, man. But I kind of like it because, you either, whether you have a good game or a bad game, like you have another opportunity within
True.
24 hours.
Take it off.
So, you don't have to think about it too much. So yeah, it's been cool. It's definitely a different experience. So, you can't really get a solid routine down because your day is different every single day. So, but yeah, it's been good.
What you been doing in your spare time? Like if you outside of just the fishing and stuff, if you're just in your room or you're walking around the campus, what are some things you've been getting into out there?
I've been on the game. I've been playing my Madden, my 2K. But I've been reading a lot, actually. Been reading a couple books that I brought out here. A book by Emmanuel Acho that I've actually been reading. And I've been reading Kamala Harris's book. So been kind of just, back and forth between those two. It's been cool, man. Just getting some downtime, hanging out by the pool, playing the games and trying to enjoy myself as best as I can.
Yeah. I'm curious what your experience has been like with the Stars. I know you were with the Kings initially. The Kings didn't bring a team out to the bubble, so you got picked up by the Stars. What's that experience been like, and how have you felt the bubble? Has it benefited you as far as exposure or that type of thing?
It's been different for sure. I think it's been tough because we came here and we didn't even get to know each other. With Stockton, we were together for 5-6 months. You get to know each other, personally as well as on the court. Whether you get here and we're playing. I met a dude 10 days ago and we're already playing 2 games.
Crazy.
So it's been different, but and I think that kind of led to some of our struggles at the beginning of the year. But I think, we've gotten a lot better since, towards the end of the season as we're putting some wins together. And I think that just goes to show like we're starting to learn how to play with each other and, get that chemistry. So it's been good, man. It's been good. So I've been having fun with it.
Yeah.
I can see that being really challenging, especially as a point guard too, man. Like trying to be a leader on the court and like you just met these dudes,
Yeah. No, yeah, it's been weird. I actually, I don't usually do this, but I had to like look up some of these dudes' highlights, like to see how they play.
Crazy.
Like, because you don't know how people play.
Who are they?
Yeah. So
well, the window's so short. I mean, you guys were not playing for so long, and then they were like, "Hey, here's the bubble." And then for you, obviously coming from Stockton, you were like, "What's the situation like?" I know they had the draft and some late transactions there, and you even seen like a lot of the star players kind of come in late. And you're talking like Jeremy Lin, Kevin Porter Jr., some of those guys that are down there to get extra burn. It's like a lot of things were happening almost in real time leading up to when the bubble started. You played against some of those guys. What's the competition level been like as opposed to normal G League? Because you're seeing a lot more of like the vets come down, like Jarrett Jack's down there. Some of the vets have come in down, and it seems like the level of play is almost elevated, even with the young high school guys down there.
Yeah, absolutely. We're actually talking about it just because there's like it's a condensed, season. There's not as many teams, so the talent level is like way up there. Like you got teams that are 12 deep that the 12th man can be a starter on a normal G League team.
Yeah.
So like it's been super crazy. Definitely been fun, to go up against some good competition. But yeah, just there's so many guys here that have NBA experience. Just to see, it's been fun to see how you match up against those guys, to see how you can improve, and see where your game stands. So it's been cool. It's been cool.
Yeah, just as somebody watching, like the level of play is definitely a lot higher, and seems like the exposure and the eyeballs are there too. Like I'm looking at YouTube highlights popping up all the time. It's popping up on SportsCenter, ESPN2. Like, what's that been like? And do you see this as kind of a trend for the G League, or do you see it kind of trending up, and this is kind of be the norm now?
Yeah, no, I think the G League definitely on the upward spiral. I think that the competition is definitely heightened. I think even having the bubble where you can hear all the trash talk and all the there's no fans, so you kind of got to create your own energy. So that energy comes in this like a form of like competitiveness and trash talk and all that. So the competition is definitely heightened. And then like you said, like it's a short season, so guys are trying to show what they can do in a short amount of time. So yeah, it's been fun, man. It's been super fun. And then obviously with the Ignite team, a lot of eyes are on them. So, there's a lot of eyes on the G League as an entirety. So it's been cool.
Yeah, let's touch on that though. You got a chance to play against the Ignite, man, and that team is obviously has some top 15 picks in there, some really highly touted talent on that team. We're talking Jalen Green, Kuminga, and you got to see it firsthand. What was your experience like? Are those guys the real deal, or is it, are they coddling them? What's your thoughts on the GLeague Ignite team?
Yeah, man. First of all, I don't know what they be putting in the water these days, but those dudes are crazy athletic. Like they be jumping, like looking inside the rim. But no, they're definitely super talented. Definitely, it was fun to compete against them. Can see definitely where the hype is surrounded around them. See where it's coming from. I think the biggest thing for them is just learning how to play. Learning how to be a pro and learning how the pro game. Obviously, it's different in high school. But yeah, I can't say enough good things about those guys. They're definitely super talented. Excited to see where their career goes.
Yeah, one particular, we haven't really talked about him a lot on this show, but I think he's projected to go in the first round, is Daishen Nix. And you had a chance to match up with him a few times during your games. What was your overall feedback on his level of play and just some maybe an expectation of where you think he's going to land here in the league?
I like his game a lot, man. I think the best thing I like about him is he's so even-keeled. Like, I think a lot of G League dudes are trying to, talk a little trash, these high school guys, and they don't get fazed by it. Like they're not rattled. They're not trying to talk back. So, but no, I like his game a lot. I like how he plays the right way, no matter what. He's not trying come out here and gun. He knows his game. Trying to get everybody involved. And I mean, if you look at his stat line, he's averaging like 8, 7, and 6, like in limited minutes too, which is that's crazy. So. I think he'll be a good piece for an NBA team, especially as he learns and grows into his body, grows into his game. So I think he'll be good.
Yeah. So obviously your time is getting ready to wrap up there. You've been in the bubble now for 4 or 5 weeks. Yeah. Are you wanting to stay? You want to go? Like what's your thought? I know we talked a little bit about your family, obviously in that part of it, but I know you got to be having fun playing hoop, but the home life, man, I know you got to be missing that as well.
Yeah, it's definitely bittersweet. Definitely, obviously I want to keep playing. Definitely want to, continue to be able to play and blessed to be on the court. But so got to get back to the fam at some point. Yeah. I think obviously it wouldn't be as bad if like they were able to come or like, visit. But, 6 weeks it seemed like short before, but it's a long time. It's a super long time. So I'm definitely, like I said, I'm caught in between. I want to continue to play, but I definitely want to go see the family as well.
Yeah, you're probably missing out. I think there's only so many fish you can catch. There's only so much DoorDash you can do. Yeah. What's the first thing you do when you get back? If you're like, all right, I'm back in my hometown. I got to do one thing. What's the first thing you're doing when you get back?
Ooh. See, I was just thinking about this. There's so many things. I'm definitely going to go hit up Kiki's Chicken.
Ooh,
in Sacramento.
Okay.
Yeah. I usually try and keep the food good, but after the season, I like to spoil myself a little bit.
Yeah, you earned it.
Have
bro.
A couple cheat meals, and then like I said earlier, man, I'm hitting the links. Got to get my golf game right. Yeah. I just picked up golf during the quarantine, so try and hone my game and get better this summer, and just have fun with that. So.
Good stuff, it is. Man. Good stuff. Well, obviously, you're going to be coming back, and there's a lot of things on the table for you as far as hoop. Are you going to take some time off? You're going to get right back into it? Like, what's your normal routine? Because coming up, obviously, we don't know what this next season is going to look like, if it's going to start on time. Obviously, you want to be ready, but have they given you any information as far as like, hey, you need to stay ready for summer league or coming up for the next season? Like, talk to us about that part of it moving forward for you.
There really hasn't been any talk about that. I think everything is still up in the air. Seeing where the NBA season ends up and all that. So I'll take some time off for sure, but it was a short season, so it's not like I'm super, worn out. But yeah, I'll take some time off, just for, mentally and physically, but then right back to it, right back to the grind.
Man,
I think I'm excited.
It sounds like you think they're going to get the NBA guys back down there for another bubble just with everything going on? Because it seems like your guys' season was quick, man. Like I want to say, 18, 20 games in a matter of a month and a half?
I wouldn't be surprised if they did it for the playoffs or even like the last 2 rounds.
Yeah.
And even if they didn't do like a bubble in like Florida per se, like maybe for the playoffs, like they do like certain little pods, just to make sure they get those games in. You know, obviously we've seen games getting canceled over the course of the season, and the worst thing you want is one playoff series is going on and another playoff series is on hold. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see. Obviously, I think they want the fans to be able to come back, especially for the playoffs.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to, juggle that aspect of it. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I hope they have fans there. You know, that's what makes the playoffs great, man. Is the fans and that part of it. So we'll see what happens.
Yes, sir. Well, Marcus, my man, appreciate you coming on, dropping some bubble knowledge for us on what's going on. I think they're calling it the Gubble or something out there, dude. Man. I know you can't wait to get home. We got to catch up with you when you get back, especially too, man, before the next season starts off. So appreciate you coming on and dropping some knowledge.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir. Well, that does it. Another episode of Just Hoop Talk in the books. Be sure to like and subscribe. Just Hoop Talk. We're out.
Peace.
For more NBA, college, and hoops coverage, be sure to subscribe to Just Hoop Talk podcast on YouTube and all streaming platforms.